Empire Radio presents the Professionals Roundtable. Hear what's hot in the professional world. Timely topics to propel your career to the next level. Professionals Roundtable, exclusively on Empire Radio.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Professionals Roundtable on EmpireRadioNow.com. I'm your host, Rob Wetham, and joining me live on the phone from Stamford, Connecticut is the partner and the owner of the law office of Allan F. Friedman. Allan, Allan F. Friedman, Friedman, Law. AllanFFriedmanLaw.com is the web address to visit him, or we could just talk to him. Here he is, attorney Allan F. Friedman. Good day, sir.
Hey, Rob, it's a pleasure to be with you today.
All right, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy day. It's appreciated. So please tell me a little bit about what you do, sir.
Well, I have the honor to represent people who are accused of crimes here in the state of Connecticut. It's something that I take very seriously. If you could imagine yourself or a loved one being faced in the unfortunate situation of being accused of a crime, perhaps wrongfully accused of a crime, and faced with the panic of all of a sudden your world is turned upside down. You don't know what to face. You're facing the stress and the anxiety. Your name is suddenly placed on the internet. That's the way it works these days, by the way. When you're arrested, all of a sudden the patch, the local newspapers, they put on your name, sometimes your mugshot, right on the internet for everyone to see. You get phone calls from all your loved ones. What happened? So all of a sudden your world is turned upside down. You don't know where to turn. And that's our job. Our job is to be there to counsel the client and provide answers and solutions to get the person out of the predicament they're facing and give them a stress-free and try to calm them and give them guidance to the problem.
Right, that's a rough situation. I mean, to be falsely accused of anything is harsh, but then when you have jail time and serious consequences facing, the allegations, it's even harder. So I couldn't even imagine being put in that circumstance.
Well, it is hard, and also there's employment problems that go along with it in today's informational age. You can imagine if you have these type of allegations against you, and there's a public record.
Right. Good luck getting a job. Yeah, for sure.
Very difficult. Very difficult. And also keep in mind, we do represent people who are, in fact, guilty of committing a crime. And in those situations, everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty. We're there to give them the best possible defense and to find the best possible outcome. A lot of times there's explanations and reasons why people make mistakes, and sometimes good people do commit crimes. And in those situations, we're here to find a solution to make a reasonable resolution to their problem. A lot of times in Connecticut, we have many diversionary programs and opportunities for first-time offenders so that they can participate in these programs and get treatment and counseling that will lead to no criminal record, and they can move on with their lives and get the treatment and counseling they need so they won't find themselves back in the criminal justice system. As a matter of fact, Connecticut has made a lot of steps towards treatment and counseling and away from incarceration. And in fact, in 2017, we're at the lowest rate of incarceration that we've ever had in the state of Connecticut. Our prisoner population is dramatically lower because the state has discovered that through treatment and counseling, especially in areas of domestic violence, anger management, and substance abuse, treatment and counseling are far more effective at affecting recidivism rate than incarceration. Incarceration is almost like a university for criminals. When you send somebody who's accused of a minor crime put him in jail for a few months, and he associates with some real hardened criminals. He'll come back out on the street and be a much worse person. And if you send him into a treatment program and he gets some counseling in the areas that he may need some minor assistance with, it helps to solve the problem. And jail really doesn't solve anyone's problem.
Right. If anything, like you said, it just creates more problems for people who don't belong in there. You know, I mean, of course, there are certain people who do belong locked up behind bars because they just can't, you know, deal in regular society. But for the people who make mistakes, like you said, there should be a different alternative. So I'm glad that the state of Connecticut is finally realizing that. This is the Professionals Roundtable, EmpireRadioNow.com. Rob Wetham, joined by attorney Allan F. Friedman, Stamford, Connecticut, Fairfield County. He's a partner at the law office of Allan F. Friedman. Go to AllanFFriedmanLaw.com. Allan, Allan, F. FriedmanLaw.com. So, Allan,
I want to point out one more thing on the same topic while we were talking about it.
Yeah, no, please go ahead.
Topic. The so-called war on drugs that President Nixon started in 1970, for those who can remember that went that far back, we've spent over $1 trillion and incarcerated over 200 million people in the last 40 years. The effect of this war on drugs has been, in the year 2017, opioid overdoses is the number one leading death of people under the age of 50. So
how's that working, huh?
It's not working very well. It's actually a very frightening statistic that so many people are turning to the more powerful opioids, and so many people, promising young people, are succumbing to opioid overdose. It's a very troubling time. It's very alarming that this has become the number one cause of death, and so many people in the community we're losing, and drugs are a serious problem on our streets, and the answer is really not through the criminal justice process. It's really through treatment programs, and as President Trump mentioned very briefly last week, a concept of just say no. We need a lot more than that. We need a lot more than just say no, but we need a giant overhaul of our whole system of drugs, prescription of drugs, and the whole drug as a whole. The whole drug situation needs to be addressed. Not just taking somebody who has a drug habit and is found with a couple of prescription pills or some small quantity of drugs and giving them a criminal record. That's not the solution to the problem.
Well said, Allan. Thank you very much for your time today. It was nice to talk to you.
Thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure.
This is the Professionals Roundtable on EmpireRadioNow.com. I'm Rob Wetham. We'll be back with more interesting interviews right after this quick break. Please don't go anywhere.
Empire Radio presents the Professionals Roundtable. Hear what's hot in the professional world. Timely topics to propel your career to the next level. Professionals Roundtable, exclusively on Empire Radio.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your flap. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives and the Ad Council.